Hello everyone, happy Thursday. Hope you're all having a great day. Hope you're having a great week. We had an awesome lineup of WWE shows this week, so I just want to start talking about that and some of the title pictures that we have going on. We had Payback on Sunday, Raw on Monday, and then NXT on Super Tuesday. So without further ado, let's get started on the women's tag scene right now in WWE. At Payback, we had on the pre-show the Riot Squad versus the Iconics, and the Riot Squad picked up the victory here. I thought this was a really good match, but considering they had the same match with the stipulation the next night on Raw, I think this match was kind of unnecessary, and we should have just probably scrapped it. So let's talk about the women's tag scene. We had the stipulation on Raw was that the loser has to disband, and putting aside the fact that I'm a fan of the Iconics, just put that aside, I am questioning this decision intensely. I don't understand the logic behind disbanding one of the female teams in WWE that make the most sense. I mean, right now we have a few thrown together women's tag teams. We have Lana and Natty. We have Nia and Shayna, who are the new women's tag champions. They just kind of got thrown together right before they won the titles, and thus dethroning Sasha and Bayley, who obviously there is tension there now between that team. The Riot Squad, who newly formed and are still trying to get the trust back in their relationship. So we have a bunch of random, and I'm not necessarily saying bad teams, but the Iconics just made, honestly, the most sense as a team together. Obviously, I'm sure you guys have heard the rumor going around is because Vince wants them as singles. He wants to push Peyton. I guess that's a pretty hard case to argue after what happened on Raw Underground, where Billy essentially got knocked out. So, horrible night for Billy Kay. But even if they do push Peyton, I have to question how long is that going to last. How long are you going to have Peyton Royce? Even if she does get pushed to the moon, can we see her lasting the test of time in the women's singles division with the likes of Sasha Banks, Bayley, Asuka? I don't know. I mean, I'm hope my fingers crossed that it all works out, but, you know, I do have to question that decision. So that's what's going on the women's tag scene right now. Let's move on to some more stuff about Payback. Let's talk about Keith Lee defeated Orton on Payback, which I thought was good. I thought going into this, we're all obviously questioning, due to WWE's prior history with these call-ups, of how good this is all going to work out for Keith Lee. And since then, since the call-up, WWE has done a fairly good job of shutting our mouths on that. Keith Lee is looking good. He's looking good in all his matches. He's even looking good on Defeat, as we know, the following night. Still got to do something about that ring gear and theme song, but other than that, WWE is giving us less and less to complain about as far as how Keith Lee is being booked on the main roster. So we had, he defeated Orton on Payback, then the following night, he was in a triple threat match with Seth Rollins and Randy Orton, and Keith Lee had a fantastic showing in this match. And this is what I mean by he's even looking good in victory. Seth and Randy, they made him look like $1 million. The selling was awesome. He looked great in the match. Keith Lee always looks very powerful and very strong, and great showing in this match. I love the finish of this. I thought it was really well done, really smart finish. Keith Lee hit that amazing, beautiful spirit bomb on Seth Rollins, who just, man, he friggin' died after that move. It looked awesome. So then Randy Orton, of course, being the cunning and wily veteran that he is, sneaks up behind Keith Lee, RKO, jumps over Keith Lee, pins an already dead Seth Rollins to win the match. So Orton picked up the scraps on that match, and he also picked up the win, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention that amazing DDT and his nice little intricacies on that, which was his, I don't even know what you want to call it, so I'll just, yep, blah, blah, blah. Y'all catch that? That was fantastic. I love when Randy does weird stuff like that. It's just like the, don't give a crap Randy Orton version. I love it. I think he's so funny. I enjoyed this ending. I enjoyed the outcome. I think everything made sense there. Solid match. I like that. So now we have Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre at Clash of Champions later this month. Alright, so then the main, which I loved. I mean, the match itself was really, really good. These guys killed each other, and of course, again, smart. Sometimes you gotta think smart and not think hard. You gotta work smart, and you gotta, instead of working hard necessarily, which was exactly what Roman Reigns did here, and it's exactly what heel Roman Reigns should be doing. I know a lot of people have wanted this version of Roman for a long time. I have been a fan of Roman. It's in WWE since day one. So I'm going to support no matter what he does. I'm a lifer fan with Roman, so that's just how it goes for me. I've always loved him. Shield, post-Shield, and now this new heel version I think is great too. He comes in, and I thought it was really smart that he signed the contract on the way to the ring. Everybody's like, how is this legal? How was Roman not in the match before? Well, technically he wasn't allowed in the match before because he didn't sign the contract until just then. So that was really smart. Roman comes in, wrecks everyone, and leaves with the title. So Roman is your new champion, and I couldn't be happier. I love it. I love that a lot of people online seem to be warming up to this version of Roman. I still see a few people here and there who are like, he needs to change the gear. He needs to change the theme song. Even if that was remotely true in the past, he definitely doesn't anymore because you guys hate it, and that's why it stays, and that's kind of the point. So, good on Roman doing all the right things here. I loved it. Good times. Alright, so, I just want to touch on a few things on NXT real quick. One thing that I thought was very interesting, it's maybe not something that everybody's talking about as much online, so I think it needs to be brought to attention. It's just a little subtle detail about Tegan Nox, who is hoping to get back on the friendship track with Candace LeRae. She misses Candace. She wants her friend back. So Candace, after her match on NXT, took the mic and she accepted Tegan's invitation for them to try and work things out. And Candace invited Tegan over to dinner to talk it out, which I think makes perfect sense because we're always going to the Garganos for dinner anyways. Might as well invite your old bestie Candace. I really like this, and I do enjoy the subtlety to it, and I do enjoy that it was being kind of downplayed. What I would like to have happen here, though, is just Tegan shows up for dinner. We have her. We can even have it cheesy, like they've been doing the Gargano thing, kind of cheesy, where it's, like a 70s sitcom or something, and she drives up to the house, and she rings the doorbell, or knocks on the door, and Johnny and Candace are all happy to see her, and they let her in, and then that's all we see. They don't let us in. We don't see anything else. We don't know anything of the conversation. We don't know any of the discussion, anything that went on in that house. But Candace comes out changed. Tegan comes out changed. Tegan comes out on the side of Candace and Johnny. She is now friends with them again. She is either full-blown heel or she is starting the ascension to heel. But I would like to see that. I would like to see some mystery there where we don't know what happened. We just know something was said to Tegan. So, let's see what they do there. I'm not going to forget to mention Tim Thatcher's victory over Bronson Reed because anytime we talk about an episode of NXT that has Thatcher on it, I'm going to cover that because I love my Timmy, and my Timmy picked up the win there, so yay. Alright, so let's head on to the main event, which was the match that everybody was anticipating and looking forward to, and that was Candace, geez, I'm still got Candace on the brain, Candace's husband, Johnny Gargano, versus Tommaso Ciampa, versus Finn Balor, versus Adam Cole for the vacant NXT title. And this one had a lot of press going into it. Everybody was really looking forward to this match. I have seen online that not everybody was happy with the results of this match. A lot of people are whining and complaining because they didn't get their champion crowned that night. They have to wait another night. I don't think it's quite the national tragedy that you guys are all making it out to be, but everybody is entitled to their opinion, and boy was there a lot of them. So with this match, first things I liked, I thought it was a solid match. I think it was a good match. I don't think it's going to be match of the year. I don't think it was like the greatest match ever. But it was a solid match, especially with the 4 guys you had involved. I think it really made sense for everybody to at least pick up 1 pinfall. So I did like that about it. The ending, the only thing that I took issue with, mostly, obviously everybody took issue with the fact that it came down to Balor and Cole, and there was no decisive decision. We are having next Tuesday Finn Balor versus Adam Cole for the still vacant NXT title. I took issue with the timing on that pin. That seemed off to me, but you know, I don't know. That was the only thing that I really had issue with. Everything else, I don't have a problem with it. I'll see Balor and Cole next week, and as much as I would like the angry little elf to take this one, I do think that Finn is going to pick up the victory here. So we will see what happens on Tuesday, and I hope you guys have a great week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Love you guys. Have a good night. Mwah.